All Apple mobile devices have lithium-ion batteries. Comparing with older nickel-metal hydride batteries, lithium-ion batteries charge faster, last long, doesn't have a memory effect and so serve longer. When you look at the screen of an activated iPhone, in the top right corner in the status bar, there is a small battery icon. When this phone is fully charged, battery icon is full. Go to Settings, Battery, to learn exactly how much percent do you have on the iPhone and how much of it you have used already. Besides, here are the statistics of the battery usage. We'll come back to this issue later. When the iPhone charge is approaching its minimum at 20, 10 and 5%, an alert saying the iPhone needs to be charged or turn on energy saving mode pops up. About this mode I will tell you later. When the battery runs out completely, there is a red image of an empty battery appearing on the screen. Do not leave the battery completely dead for a long time. Even if Smart iOS disables a phone with a small charge left to save some battery capacity, lithium-ion battery is afraid of only two things: the cold and the dead battery storage. So try not to store your phone fully discharged. If an iPhone lies dead for a long time, after wiring it up to a power adapter it can be dead up to 2 minutes before the dead battery image appears again. Don't worry about it. It is completely okay. The charging algorithm in the iPhone is smart enough. The first phase of charging is fast. Accumulator gains a charge of 80%, which is quick enough. The second phase is slow. To gain the remaining 20% takes really more time. All this is done to increase the lifetime of an accumulator. Thanks to this algorithm, the lithium-ion battery technology, you may absolutely not worry of how and when the battery charges. You don't need to wait for a full charge, discharge, charge 2 or 3 times before the first use. All that is in the past. Just charge it at any time and forget all thoughts on how to optimize charging for Apple engineers. You may charge your iPhone battery several ways. Connect your iPhone to the outlet using a supplied cable and a power adapter. Connect your iPhone to a computer while iPhone starts the synchronization with iTunes. In that case, iPhone charges slower than from an outlet. If you connect your iPhone to a computer that is off or in a sleep mode, an iPhone will not be charging. Be really careful with that. Connect your iPhone to an outer electric network with an automobile charging. While charging, an operating iPhone on the screen to the right of the battery icon appears an icon Lightning. If you use cables, power adapters, or outer third parties producers adapters, make sure they're Apple certified. Find an MFI logo on a package or made for iPod, iPad, etc. Use of non-certified accessories can threaten both as a harmless lack of support from the iPhone and a complete death of your iPhone with following expensive repairs. I've warned you. Well, the charging algorithm of the iPhone itself determines when you can disconnect from a power source, so don't be afraid to leave iPhone charging at night. By the way, if you need to charge it as quickly as possible, turn on airplane mode. It can be done from Command Center, access it with a wipe from up right corner and tap the icon airplane mode. Though in this case you will not be able to receive or call, so surf the web and on. If you have an iPad, you can charge an iPhone with its power adapter too. However, you can't charge iPad with a power adapter from an iPhone. Current strength is insufficient. Try not to expose the iPhone with a sharp temperature change. It is very harmful for an accumulator. Comfortable conditions of use for an iPhone is considered a temperature from 0 to 35 Celsius. Using iPhone under temperature below 0 degrees might temporarily reduce battery lifetime, but as soon as the temperature returns to its normal, phone operating time stabilizes. If you use an iPhone when the temperature is above 35 degrees, it can irreversibly reduce battery capacity and accordingly add phone's lifespan. If you leave an iPhone under direct sunlight for a long time, system will force it to turn off and an iPhone will not turn on until the temperature comes back to its normal. The purpose of that is to protect from destruction the delicate electrical circuits of the device. While charging, some cases are capable of overheating iPhone too, which adversely affects its life and life of an accumulator. If you feel that an iPhone overheats, remove a cover for the time of charging. Now, let's look at how to extend the battery life of your iPhone. First, review the statistics battery consumption by different application to understand which ones you cannot leave for a long time running in a background mode. We go here to Settings and wait for the detailed statistics in the bottom. Here you can track the most consumed applications in the last 24 hours, and besides for 10 days. And down there is a Show Activity clock icon. Tap it and you will see how much time you have been using the app on the screen and how long has it been in a background mode. Find out which ones, now completely remove them. To do that, swipe the screen and hold it with the same finger for some time. Now find the app and push it with a swipe. Special attention in Apple was paid to energy consumption. In particular, they added a power-saving mode able to extend the iPhone lifetime by several hours. In this mode, some features are disabled, those ones which you might not even notice. You can turn on low power mode at any time without waiting until the charge level reaches critical. To enable it, go to Settings, Battery, activate Low Battery Mode. Enabled Power Saving Mode is indicated with a yellow battery icon in the status bar. Let's see which functions are disabled in low battery mode. So, push notifications. This feature is described in detail together with the Mail application further. Background app refresh. Only manual update is now available in App Store. Then some visual effects, live wallpapers, animation during folding and deploying applications, parallax effect, and so on. Auto lock time becomes minimal. So, concerning auto lock. Last but not least is a processor performance in low battery mode, which is reduced by almost a half, that is, by 40%. However, low battery mode is a function of temporary use. When you put your iPhone on charge, by achieving an 80% charge, low battery mode automatically disables. Nobody holds you from using the function permanently, but reducing it directly will affect the phone performance. If you want to see how much does an iPhone leave with a charge, go to Settings, Battery, swipe up. How much time has the screen been on or off? There are two time codes: usage time, when the iPhone is unlocked and you use it, and waiting time since the last charging. There are other ways to increase time of battery life. Let's start from disabling those utilities which can be simply ignored in the means of functionality. Disable push notifications. This is probably the most terrible charge consumer. In some cases, when this feature is disabled, operating time from a charge increases 3 times. To disable those, go to Settings, Notifications, Show Previews, tick never. Never. For more information about it, watch a video tutorial mail application. Now about handoff. Disable it if you are not going to use the function of keeping on another device or respond to calls with your Mac. Feel free to disable it. Nothing but battery consumption is there. To do it, we need to go to Settings, General, Handoff. Turn off the handoff switch. Next is automatic downloads and app updates. If you have multiple Apple devices with one Apple ID, you can upload applications or any other content to all your devices simultaneously. On the one hand, it is convenient, on the other, very energy consuming. So go to Settings, iTunes Store and App Store, turn off the switches in the section Automatic Download, disable. If you do not follow the quantity of steps in stair flights, disable fitness tracking. Go to Settings, Privacy, Movement and Fitness. Turn off the switch Fitness Tracking. Disable background app refresh. Programs automatically upload background data. There's no need for that. Go to Settings, General, Background app refresh. Turn it off. Switch on the limit tracking ad. Go to Settings, Privacy, Advertising. Enable the limit ad tracking slider. Save energy reducing motion. Go to Settings, Wallpaper, and choose one which is still. This will help you to save more energy, not wasting it for parallax effects and live wallpapers. It's better to set both home screen and the background. The opposite certainly looks nice, but consumes a lot of power. Besides, you can turn on Reduce Motion slider in Accessibility menu. Turn off frequently visited places and unnecessary system geolocation services. Go to Settings, Privacy, Location Services, System Services. Here, disable a number of items. Emergency calls and location, HomeKit, location-based alerts, location-based Apple ads, location-based suggestions. If it is not necessary, disable Share My Location, Wi-Fi networking, and setting the time zone. Confirm it with your Face ID and go to iPhone Analytics, Popular Near Me, and Routing and Traffic disables. Now the time has come to disable iPhone Analytics. Go to Settings, then down to Analytics, and disable Share iPhone and iCloud Analytics. We're done here. Let's continue to Autolock. Coming to Settings, Display and Brightness, and put it on 30 seconds to save maximum energy possible. Concerning notifications, go into Settings, Always, Never, when unlocked. Put it on never, so that notifications would bother you no more. As we have already mentioned this earlier, this is one of the most terrible charge consumers. So disabling all possible notifications will save you a lot of energy. Now, one more time, go to Settings, Privacy, Location Services, and here we are disabling all those unnecessary. To do so, tick Never, and repeat this action where it is necessary. Now, disable sharing location with friends. Service delivery location is interesting and convenient, but if you don't use it, there's no point wasting power on it. Go to Settings, Privacy, Location Services, Share My Location, Notifications. Disable Auto Brightness, the true tone. This function automatically adjusts the display brightness to match ambient light, saving energy. But better turn it off and install the screen brightness manually. Go to Settings, Display and Brightness, turn off the True Tone switch. Disable AirDrop. When you are not using the AirDrop feature, disable it, and if it is not important, disable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. You can do it right from here in the Command Center. Disable LTE and 3G connection and mobile data. If your carrier doesn't support networks of 4th generation like LTE and others, just disable those. Or disconnect from the internet completely if your smartphone is close to full discharge. Go to Settings, Mobile Data, Voice and Data. Choose 2G there. Concerning date and time synchronization, if you don't fly all the time from town to town, disable this feature. Go to Settings, General, Date and Time, and turn off the switch automatically. Leave only the desired widgets in the notification center. Go to General, Control Center, Customize Controls. Remove unnecessary widgets tapping minus and then Remove. Enable Lock Screen Rotation. iPhone is tracking the position of a screen to rotate the image properly. Open the Control Point tab, a lock button with an arrow. Now the system will not track the position of the screen. And now let's talk about something else. Disabling more important functions for the sake of saving even more power. Turn Siri off. If you don't plan to use Siri with all of her huge functionality, disable her. Go to Settings, General, Accessibility, Siri, turn off the switch. Type to Siri. Turn off the unused services in iCloud. If you do not use all services and iCloud, disable those unnecessary. Go to Settings, Name, iCloud, and turn off the service switches of apps which you don't use. Disable iMessage. Go to Settings, Messages, deactivate iMessage. Disable SMS Alert. Go to Settings, Privacy, Messages, select Options, repeat Alerts, and select there Never. Turn off vibration. Go to Settings, Sound and Haptics. Under vibration, turn off all. Turn off keyboard sounds and lock screen. Go to Settings, Sound and Haptics. Swipe up. Turn off the lock sound switches and keyboard clicks, System Haptics. Same place we turn off the equalizer. Go into Settings, Music. In the Playback section tab, the equalizer is off. If you are not a big fan of 3D touch, turn this thing off too. Go into Settings, General, Accessibility, 3D touch, and turn off the switch 3D touch. Use airplane mode in places with bad cellular signal to keep the remaining charge. Airplane mode is enabled in the command center. Remember, there is only one way to save the charge for 100%. Turn off the phone completely.